How to perform background checks for rentals. Rental property success starts with choosing the right tenants. But how can landlords identify trustworthy and reliable renters? The answer lies in conducting comprehensive background checks for rentals. Short summary. Tenant background checks are essential for landlords to identify trustworthy tenants and protect their rental business. A comprehensive tenant background check should include a credit report, criminal history check, eviction records search, written consent from the applicant, and more. Landlords must adhere to legal considerations and use reliable services, credit reporting agencies to streamline the screening process while making informed decisions on prospective tenants. Understanding the importance of tenant background checks. Essential components of a rental background check. Credit report and score. Credit reports and scores offer insight into a tenant's financial stability and payment history. Criminal history check. A criminal history check provides details of any prior criminal convictions, which can be used by landlords to evaluate the potential risk of renting to a specific applicant. An eviction records search offers landlords an insight into an applicant's rental history, aiding them in assessing the likelihood of the applicant paying rent punctually and adhering to the terms of the lease. Steps to conduct a tenant background check. Conducting a tenant background check involves obtaining written consent, collecting necessary information, and choosing a reliable screening service for a thorough tenant background search. Obtain written consent. Landlords must obtain written consent from the applicant before running a background check, as required by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA. To ensure compliance with the FCRA, landlords can include written consent as part of the rental application process. By providing a written disclosure outlining the purpose of the background check and obtaining the applicant's signature, landlords can protect themselves from potential legal issues. Collect necessary information. Collecting comprehensive rental application information is crucial for conducting a thorough tenant background check. Analyzing the results of a tenant background check. Once a tenant background check is completed, landlords should analyze the results to determine the applicant's suitability as a renter. By thoroughly assessing the results of a tenant background check, landlords can make informed decisions and select the most suitable tenants for their rental properties. Legal considerations and compliance. When conducting tenant background checks, landlords must be aware of legal considerations and compliance requirements. This includes being mindful of federal and state laws, as well as tenant rights. For example, refusing to accept an application due to a potential tenant's criminal record is considered discrimination under fair housing laws. Additional methods for tenant screening. In addition to background checks, landlords can employ other methods for tenant screening, such as checking references and verifying employment. Tips for streamlining the tenant screening process. Streamlining the tenant screening process can save landlords time and effort while ensuring they find the best prospective tenant for their rental properties. Another tip is to establish explicit and uniform standards for tenant screening. Landlord responsibilities after a tenant background check. After conducting a tenant background check, landlords should follow up with any necessary steps, such as contacting references, verifying employment, and making a final decision on the applicant's suitability.